6-kilogram bantamweight gold between boxers who met in the Commonwealth Games final last summer in Glasgow. On that occasion, it was Michael Conlan who prevailed to take the Commonwealth gold medal. Qais Ashfaq came away with a silver, and if he wants to overturn that result, he's going to have to produce something big in this second round. He's conceded the opening round across the board in what was a cagey encounter, just as we're seeing now. Neither boxer wanting to commit to counter punches, electing to box as counter punches at least, because they possess just about all of the tools in the book, these two. Fluid movers, every punch, and adept at switching and boxing out of either stance.
Both boxers don't really want to lead here, so both what they're doing is they're trying to make each other lead and then go back, as you said, as a counter puncher. But you've got to remember now, Conlan is the one who's in front, so that may bring Ashfaq, or it should be, bring him over his front foot a little bit more, because he's probably got to force the pace a little bit now because he's one round down. Tactics will change throughout the contest, and that wasn't too bad then from Ashfaq there.
He's onto the front foot and a good right-left combination. The right jab was a beauty from Ashfaq. But the onus is going to be on him to make a change in tactics. There you see another attempted double jab, but Conlan evaded it by swaying back at the waist.
See, Conlan's gone to a southpaw now because he's very good at doing that. He can box as a southpaw or orthodox, probably equally as well. But he is a natural orthodox boxer. It shows you the talent he has when he switches to southpaw, because he does it very well.
Conlan's Olympic bronze came down at the 52-kilogram flyweight division. He's since moved up. He lost to Robesi Ramirez, the eventual gold medalist, the talented young Cuban, at the semi-final stage. Good left hand by Ashfaq. And he's already secured his passage through to Rio next year, where he'll no doubt compete at this higher poundage of 56-kilogram bantamweight.
Conlan just lost his concentration there. That was a lovely shot by Ashfaq as Conlan was coming forward. He just switched off slightly, got too close, and then gets caught with the rear hand, the left hand of Ashfaq. That's a mistake there. So he's looking for his backhand all the time, Conlan. Again, it's a physical chess game, this one. Neither boxer is wanting to make mistakes. Very close indeed.
Qais Ashfaq competed at the inaugural European Games in Baku just a few months ago, finished as a bronze medalist, but because the man who beat him at the semi-final stage ended up with silver, Qais Ashfaq was adjudged to have finished fourth. It was only the top three from that tournament who will go through to Doha, the World Championships, later this summer, as the heads come together and the boxers tumble to the canvas. And that is why Qais Ashfaq is here. The top six from this tournament are guaranteed a place in Doha, and that is a direct route of qualification to Rio next year. Good left hand from Ashfaq. Conlan wasn't too far away with his right hand. Good left hand again from Ashfaq. Success, and from the right flank as well. Terrific ending in the final 10 seconds or so from Qais Ashfaq in what was another cagey round of controlled boxing from both men.
Those last few shots may have been the difference, because the Ashfaq started to box better the last 30 or 40 seconds. It was a close round, and look, well, there you go. One judge has gone to Ashfaq, two have gone to Conlan.
So into the third and final round we go. The tournament #1 seed, the #7 ranked boxer in the world, the reigning European Championship silver medalist from Minsk, Belarus 2 years ago, Michael Conlan, wearing red, is currently leading for 2 of the 3 judges. He's tied up for Judge B, 19 points apiece, 1 round apiece, in what is a really cagey encounter against Qais Ashfaq of Great Britain. The Commonwealth Games silver medalist, the European Games bronze medalist from earlier this summer. And this is really illustrative and instructive as to how the contest has been boxed so far. But Ashfaq is trailing by 2 points, 2 rounds for judges A and C. So perhaps we need to see more urgency and a change in tactics here from Ashfaq.
Well, he's behind, so he's got to do something a little bit different here. He probably have to work more with his jab and try and trigger off the attack of Conlan. That's probably what Ashfaq has got to do with his front hand, his right hand, maybe the odd feint. He's got to make Conlan come over that front foot, because occasionally Conlan does lose concentration. He gets caught. Like there, look, that was a mistake, and he got away with it again. So Ashfaq has got to make Conlan come over that front foot, but now they're toe-to-toe. But to get Conlan to make a mistake is very, very difficult because he's a good boxer. Look at that. He's a southpaw now and catches Ashfaq with a jab.
Beautiful right jab. Conlan also going downstairs to the body when it was at close range. We're at the midpoint of the third and final round. Michael Conlan in a commanding position, leading by 2 points. 2 rounds for judges A and C. Beautiful lead right hook. Ashfaq driven backwards towards the ropes, and it's an untidy tussle close to the red corner. Referee not taking any nonsense from the boxers. Lead right hook was a cracker again. Nailed Ashfaq with that lead shot, did Conlan. As we approach the 1 minute to go in this battle for bantamweight gold here at the European Championships. No quarter ass, none given by either of these boxers. 2 skillful operators. Michael Conlan still very composed, very relaxed, as is Ashfaq, but Ashfaq is the man who's trailing here. He has to take the initiative, surely, perhaps take more risk than he's currently doing at the moment if he hopes to occupy top spot on the podium, because the clock is in Conlan's favor here. Good left hand over the top from Conlan. Ashfaq tries to respond with a single shot of his own.
Ashfaq, for me, just not doing enough work here, Ron. He's got to work a little bit harder. He's got to work with his jab. He's waiting a little bit too long, and that seems to be suiting Conlan. Conlan's just waiting for the attacks. Now, remember, he's the one who's in front, and he knows that. That's why he's playing the waiting game now. You come to me. And Ashfaq is just not doing enough work. He's got to do a little bit more. That's a little bit better from Ashfaq.
Well, the boxers trading blows without caution as the closing bell sounds. Conlan was the first to raise his arms. Ashfaq beats his chest, but I suspect that's more in hope. One suspects, from our vantage point, that it will be a repeat victory for Michael Conlan here at the European Championships. Michael Conlan has his arms raised by the referee, and he has just performed a little bit of alchemy here at the European Championships, because the silver medal that he won in Minsk, Belarus 2 years ago has been turned into European Championship gold.
Well, it's probably the biggest major I've won. You know, it's the European is bigger than the Commonwealth. You know, even though there's not as much coverage, but it is a bigger tournament and a harder tournament. So to come here and pick up a gold medal, it's a fantastic achievement.
I'll be honest with you, I thought I won the fight. First round was close, second and third I thought I won comfortably. I'm getting back on the biggest stage. When the Olympics come, I'll be winning that gold medal.
So no revenge for Ashfaq.